Welcome to another episode of Bobcat News.
We have been very busy with a lot of things we can't wait to tell you about.
First grade had a day of fun doing STEM activities.
Parents were invited to join their kids in the fun activities.
Here's Brandon with the story.
First grade had a blast participating in STEM activities on Friday, November 16th. The children rotated to 6 different stations where cooperation and higher order thinking skills were a must. The children had to build and decorate a Christmas tree using cups and pom-poms, construct a bridge for the gingerbread man to cross the river, create marshmallow towers with toothpicks, and build a Thanksgiving table using clothespins and popsicle sticks. They also created their own turkey craft and explore STEM bins. Parents were invited and everyone had a fantastic time.
On November the 30th, primary kids went to watch The Grinch.
Unfortunately, first graders couldn't attend because they had STEM Day.
Here's Andrew with the story.
During the week of November 13th through 16th, students in pre-K, kindergarten, 2nd, and 3rd grades participated in activities and learned a few lessons from the notorious Grinch. Students listened to the original story or watched the video, How the Grinch Stole Christmas by Dr. Seuss. Kindergarten students, for example, completed a directed drawing after discussing how the Grinch changed his mindset about Christmas and being friends with others. Students were encouraged to spread holiday cheer by showing ways to be kind. After the Grinch tried to take away Christmas, he realized that it still came. Instead of looking at the situation with the fixed mindset of failure, he realizes his understanding of Christmas is wrong and becomes transformed by his experience. He actually became friends with the people of Whoville. The culminating activity was a trip to Enterprise to see the new movie, The Grinch. Students learned the reason the Grinch was sad and grumpy at the beginning of the story. Students, teachers, and parents enjoyed the show and enjoyed the theater with reclining seats.
I like the part of the Grinch stole Christmas. Then his heart was small, then it got more bigger because the little girl got his feelings in his heart, and he brought the presents back to the people. Then the people started singing to the Christmas tree.
Very good.
The thing that I liked most about the movie theater was the movie and the chairs. Down in Whoville, the Grinch was mean to the people down in Whoville. But at the end of the story, he was nice to the people down in Whoville. At the beginning of the story, the Grinch was mad, and at the end of the story, the Grinch was nice and he became friends.
Fourth through 6th grade participated in the Turkey Bowl on November the 30th.
They traveled to Pike County Elementary School to play games of flag football.
Here's Shaylin with more info.
On November 30th, 2018, Bank School 4th through 6th grade went to Pike County Elementary School to compete in the Turkey Bowl. The kids had pizza for a snack and they enjoyed the event. At the end of the game, Pike County won, but it was a fun experience.
Here comes the bank. Hold on, fans, make some noise.
Miss Reed's classes dug for fossils in clay.
The kids enjoyed it very much and had a great time.
Here's Ian with the story.
Sixth grade students in Mrs. Reed's class dug in limestone to find fossils. They provided data of their findings.
This homeroom we learned about fossils. We did an experiment on fossils. We dug through limestone and found lots of different fossils. These are some of the fossils that we found. One of the fossils that we found in general was the shark tooth. The shark tooth is a common fossil found in marine sediment. This was one of the shark tooths that we found. See it? In Miss Reeves' homeroom, we also found another fossil. It is very similar to a snail shell. It is called a mollusk. A relative of modern squid and octopus had tentacles jet propelled, either coiled or straight shells. This was Miss Reed's 6th grade class experimenting on fossils.
SGA went to Town Hall to prepare to plant a garden for the Alabama 200th bicentennial.
Here's Madison with the story.
On November 30th, Bank School SGA participated in a service project for the Alabama Bicentennial and cleaned up the flower beds at the Banks Town Hall. The next step was planting flowers. The SGA was happy to help.
Did you hear about the Brownies Parade?
Yes, actually I did. Some people from my school participated in this and had a blast.
Here's Karoya with the story.
Banks Middle School National Honor Society participated in the British Christmas Parade. There were lots of people who attended. The boys were elves and the girls were deer. We even had a Santa. Although it was cold, everyone had a great time.
had much fun.
Here's Amber with the story.
The Liberty Legacy program makes it fun, fast, and easy to teach lessons of liberty, freedom, and civic responsibility. Second grade classes presented their awards for helping hands, and third grade classes presented their awards for super citizens. Also that day, a NASA STEM day at Tree University. Banks' second and third graders were given lunch by Chick-fil-A and began work. The task was to build a capsule that would grow food on the moon in 2023. Troy University students worked with the students to develop the capsule that would meet all the qualifications of life. This was led by the EPD specialists, NASA Marshall Flight Center Academic Affairs Office, and Troy University College and Education.
The next show is on December 10th.
He travels around the world to talk to kids about many important things and life lessons.
Here's Lee with the story.
The Ned's Kindness Adventure visited Bank School on December 10th. Grades K through 6 attended the adventure. Our speaker David spoke to the children about being kind and starting each day with a smile. During the show, about 6 children from the audience was picked to assist with the show. Each child received a unique gift that was made from Kenya. The Kindness Project encourages students to think of ways to be kind to others. It is also a way to help the children of Kenya. The money raised for selling the items such as necklaces, bracelets, and keychains goes directly back into the Kindness Adventure, and a portion of the money is returned to Kenya to provide wells for safe drinking water. Throughout the program, the students learned of similarities as well as differences the Kenyan children experienced in comparisons to themselves.
On December 7th.
They went to the movies to watch Robin Hood, and afterwards they enjoyed a meal at Wendy's.
Here's Trinity with the story.
Eighth grade students enjoyed movie day on December 7th. They went to see Robin Hood. The students loved the suspense and drama of the movie. They gave it a thumbs up.
Yes, I did like the movie. It was one of my favorite movies I've seen. I like the action, I like love stories, things like that. My favorite part was when Robin Hood risked his own life to save one of the enemy's child.
They then enjoyed lunch at Wendy's. It was a great day.
Miss Ross went on a field trip for anybody who had good behavior in the first 9 weeks in 7th and 8th grade.
They are going to play basketball game at Troy University.
Here's Ian with the story.
Seventh and eighth graders attended Troy University's Education Day to watch the Lady Children's basketball game. Students were chosen to attend for displaying exemplary behavior during the first 9 weeks. The students had a blast.
Personally, I think the game went really, really well. I think it was well organized and it was really fun. All the on the dance cams, it was fun. We saw a lot of other people there and old schoolmates. It was fun. We had fun. It was like a party when we were up there, and we all had our blast when we were there.
On December 13th, grades 4 through 8 participated in the Christmas lunch.
Parents were invited to eat with their kids.
Here's the story.
Banks Middle School students enjoyed Christmas lunch on December 13, 2018. Students, parents, and teachers thought of favorite Christmas memories and enjoyed fellowship.
My favorite thing about Christmas is family, the food, and mostly the presents. But mostly family because I love spending time with my family and friends and doing lots of fun stuff.
I'm kidding. My favorite thing about Christmas? I'd have to say spending time with friends and family, eating yummy food, opening presents, but most of all doing things for other people.
Spending time with family.
When you just wake up and you just know it's Christmas and you just have that Christmas joy and you see your little brother or your little sister, their joy on their faces, and it's just the best thing ever. Welcome to another episode of Banks Business. Today with me, I have Markeith Blakely, the owner of Steed Tires. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
To start off, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised right here in Pike County. Grew up in Pike County, out in the area Shiloh community, and I have family here. say I was raised up here and brought up here and went to school here up to about the 2nd grade. Then we moved up to Union Springs, and I graduated from Bullitt County and came back in 1993 and been here ever since.
What did you want to be when you were younger?
I actually want to be a farmer. But that didn't work out, so the next thing I did was got into trucking, and it took off from there.
You're the owner of Speed Tires as well as a trucking company. Why did you decide to go in this type of business?
Well, at first I was in the trucking business. I was already driving trucks. Actually, I was driving for the feed mill right here in Banks, and one day I was like, I think I can maximize this a little bit more. I think I can get a little bit more out of this. So, and I kind of wanted to be my own boss. So I decided to buy one truck, and one truck turned into two turned into 3, and eventually it turned into 7 trucks before we bought Steve Tire. And when Steve Tire came available, just kind of came out of the blue. I was in Steve Tire one day, and Mr. Lamar Steve was picking at me, and we decided to do it, and we bought Steve Tire. Just something different besides trucking. I've been in trucking for 20 years, and I just wanted to do something different. And I'm glad we did it, and we enjoy doing it, enjoy meeting different customers every day, and so it's worked out good.
Can you provide me with a description of your business?
The trucking business is, the main thing I do now is I actually haul chicken feed for the feed mill in Banks. We have, me and my wife Samara have 3 trucks at the feed mill, 3 drivers. We're getting ready to put 2 more drivers on. And we haul chicken feed from the feed mill in Banks to the chicken houses, and we come back to the feed mill, and we repeatedly do that about 4 or 5 times a day, 4 or 5 times a night. We have some trucks on day shift, some trucks on night shift. And the other thing I do is haul fertilizer for the farmers. And what else we do? We haul pallets and lumber for the lumber yard in Greenwich, for Mr. Dunn, different lumber company. So we do a little bit of different stuff with the trucking business. And in the tire business, some of the same farmers we haul fertilizer for, we go out and fix their tractor flats, sell them tractor tires. And also we sell car tires. We do oil changes. We just did oil changes for the teacher Miss Gate. And we pick cars up from schools, deliver them anywhere in Greenwich. So we do a little bit of it all. So that's basically it.
How long have you been in business? In this business or in other businesses?
I've been in the trucking business for about 9 years. Me and Samara bought our first truck about 9 years ago. And it took, like I said, it took off from there. And with Steve Tire, me and Samara bought it in February. So we had Steve Tire since February, and we're going strong.
How did you get started in this business?
In the trucking business, I just got started. Actually, I just started driving for the feed mill, and like I said, one day I just decided I wanted to be my own boss, and we started out hauling fertilizer because some of my friends, that's what they was doing, and I wanted to get into it. So we started doing that, and fertilizer turned into hauling feed turned into pulling freight at Walmart, DC, and Brandon. So, and then like I said, we haul pallets and lumber for the lumber yard. So we do a little bit of everything.
How do you market your business? How are people aware of your business?
With Steve Tire, we market it in the Troy Messenger. We market it on WTBF on the radio station. We market it. I have 2 service trucks that has decal, which is have my name, the tires we sell, the store number, sale number, marketing with the truck, with the service trucks, and of course with any kind of ad we can do in a paper, in the newspaper, online, anything we can do to market it. And as far as the trucks go, they advertise themselves. We got our name on the side of them, and they're in big writing. So, and then when you do a good job for people, one person tell another person how good of a job you're doing, and that kind of advertises for you too.
Where do you see your business in the next year?
On the trucking side, it's probably gonna be pretty big. We probably, this time of the year, next year we'll probably have I got 4 guys driving right now. We'll probably have 8 to 10 in about a year. And as far as the store go, we got some different stuff we're gonna do at the store. We're gonna do some remodeling. We're gonna do some different tires. We're gonna do some different things at the store. So I just plan on taking it to another level. So I plan on the store probably doing this twice as good as it's doing now. And then same thing with the trucking business.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
I just would like to say, from me and my wife Samara, just thank the people of Pike County and surrounding areas for supporting us and coming out doing business with us. And y'all, the school giving us the opportunity to come up and do this interview. We were very.
Thanks for watching another episode of Bobcat News.
From the staff of Bobcat News, we would like to say
Merry Christmas!